Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Once again, I'm Nev from Nev's Tech Bits. I want to talk about the gig economy. The S&P 500, the top 500 best performing stocks, is going through the roof. It's still going through the roof, man. And this is through a pandemic. This is through such a horrible time. And it's all being held aloof by by technology, the gig economy. A lot of these top stocks are technology, and it's making the stock market look good even though we're in a state of emergency pandemic. That's just what's going on. So everyone looks at these places, and if you go to Silicon Valley, you'll see these buildings standing, and you will hear all the people at work. They're making all kinds of great money. Once again, the people that work directly in the buildings in Silicon Valley love it. They probably work long hours. They get paid so much. They get free beer machine. They get candy. They get all this fun stuff. And that's where the fun ends. If you work for them in a contractor position, a position, in my opinion, you should be an employee about. If you work for them, things are totally different. You're working real hard and you're probably just getting by. Now, within the gig economy, this contractor thing means that you don't have to give. You don't have to give to your employees because your employees are contractors that have to deal with themselves. And since they do that, you don't have to worry about a lot of things like paying for holidays, paying for sick time off, which is definitely something I believe that we should have. Now, even before we go out there, let's back up a little bit. We definitely have to have respect for people that keep chaos from entering our society, like police officers, like war veterans and stuff like that. But at the same time, if we're going to be giving all of this adoration to individuals, I think we should back up maybe and give some teachers a little bit of this. We definitely need to give plumbers a high five, because plumbers have saved more people than doctors ever have. And if you don't believe that, look at freaking history. Before we had plumbing, adding plumbing was such a huge thing. Before we had plumbing, there was all kinds of things killing us off in droves. Men, women, children, just unbelievable. So there's a lot of people that we have to respect. And one thing that we have to respect is the labor union. We have to respect the people that change things to make sure that we get 2 days off and we only work 8 hours a day. There's a lot to be said about that. Now that we got the gig economy coming in, things seem to be changing a little bit. Of course, capitalism works better than everything else. Life is crazy. Life is freaking chaos. We get communist places out there that just don't work at all. And then this capitalism thing seems to be about the only thing that actually does work. But every now and then we get the evils of communism coming into it, like cheap labor. Even though we are capitalists and we don't believe in communism, every technical thing that we get, everything that we get, comes ultimately from cheap or slave or prison labor from China at one point or another. Like Foxconn, like anything you could think of. You buy it, it's technology. There's blood on your hands, ladies and gentlemen. That's just how it goes. And this stuff comes right into America. Now in America, right now, Canada too, you get Lyft, you get all of these places that aren't treating their employees quite right. They're not treating their employees right. They're making them contractors when they should be employees. It's helping out the gig economy. It's helping out the gig people. It is helping out, but at the same time, it's not good for the end user. It's not good for the person at the end of all of this stuff. And it's unfortunate. Right now there's a proposition bill, I forget what it's called, but ultimately California has said these people are employees. Lyft and Uber are like, no, they're not. They are contractors. And they decide, and California's like, no, you're going to have to say that they are employees. And Uber and Lyft is dumping a whole lot of money into changing people's minds, into giving ideas, opinions that they shouldn't be employees. And right now there's a big proposition coming out, and it's coming to a vote. And I definitely, me personally, if I was there, I'd say no. These individuals need a standard of living. They work hard, and they deserve a certain standard. It's like this new technology is bringing in bad parts of communism, of making people work way too darn hard. And the labor movement was a huge movement that once again deserves more respect than we generally give it. A lot of people don't know about the labor movement, but a lot of people will say, soldiers, thank you for giving us our freedom. Okay, yes, soldiers definitely do give us our freedom, but I'm not sure how much they did to help the labor movement. So yes, we have the ability to be free within our own country, and the ability for tyrannical people at the top who were just given money in a lot of cases, or who came about it through luck, and then say, oh, I wasn't just lucky, when in fact they were. A lot of people who are successful are just lucky, not hardworking. I know a lot of hardworking plumbers that got their money from working hard. And I also know a lot of people in the gig economy that got their money just from being lucky. But people are like, I'm not just lucky, I just know my stuff, and if you worked like me, then you'd be as awesome as me, and it doesn't matter what I do, as long as I'm bringing in money, I'm helping the economy out, right? Well, the crazy part about being rich is that you can be a better person than other people. You just have a lot of money, so you can give away money to charities, to absolve yourselves of your sins, just the same way that Roman Catholic individuals would do a long time ago. Just give money to the Roman Catholic Church, and all of a sudden your sins would be abstained. I was raised Roman Catholic, and I don't see a problem with it now compared to what I used to. I'm just using it as an excuse. You get me. I think even Roman Catholics these days could agree that paying to forgive your sins so that you get a good place in heaven, or paying money for other people's sins will get them in heaven. I think we can all agree that that is bad, and that's not how G with a capital G, should you believe in him, actually works. But man, money gets into things and it changes things. Now, we're in a state where if we keep putting money into the military, it's not gonna help what the Labor Party was there for. And labor, maybe it's time that we put more energy into it, because there's a lot more to life than money. There's a lot more to life than gains. There's a lot more to life than how your stock goes. There's a lot more to life than what those gains are. I seen this cartoon, and I'm sure a lot of you have seen it too. There's an individual in a business suit standing around a fire in a world that's been completely leveled, talking to their kids and saying, yes, it's horrible, but for a moment we had so much financial success. And in this time, global warming, let's face it, it definitely is a thing. We got to calm some stuff down. But people can easily make money off of the earth and not have to give anything back. That's just the way that you can make money. You can cut all the trees down, make all that money, but we know it's not going to be good for us in the long run. So we got to keep an eye on this stuff and not just expect the people with the money to make all of the decisions, because life isn't exactly the kind of thing where one person is right about everything all the time, and that's unfortunate. Life isn't all math. Life is a lot of chaos. But we got to make sure at the end of the day that chaos comes up right. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for me. Nev from Nev's Tech Bits. Take care of each other. Take care of the labor. Take care of everyone. Have a good one, folks. Don't just be thinking about yourselves. Take care of each other.